Hello. There we go. Hi everybody, it's Mike Newman. Sunday night with ILXCTF. I won't mention the Bears today. Let's move on from that. But last Monday, I'm driving down this country road to get to Amboy. And all of a sudden, make the turn, and I see this animal going across the road. It was a chicken. I swear to you, it was a chicken. Hit my brakes, stopped in plenty of time. No chicken dumplings for dinner that night. Darn it anyway. But the kind of figured out why the chicken crossed the road. So, and it wasn't to get to the other side. I don't know. Maybe just have like a pact. He's like, that's it. I can't take it anymore. I have to crow everyone. That's a rooster. So here are all my notes. What time is it? We're going to try to get all of this in 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to do it. We'll see. We'll start with Amboy on Monday. Hopefully you've seen the video by now of that race. Conditions were beautiful. Course is a little slow. Not really, because Hilby ran the same time that Bryson Grant from Iroquois West ran last year. So Hilby looked good throughout, pulled away from Martino in the last mile, and won 15:21 to 15:27 on the girls' side. Mika Bender of Eureka swept the team titles there. They looked good. They looked good in winning both the titles at the Heart of America Conference meet on Saturday. So Bender looks really good right now. She's heading into the state series. She's going to be a runner to really watch. So we've got all these results here, all these notes that I've taken. And I'm writing a recap right now, but it's just been a screwy Sunday. Can you fix this meet for me? Can you fix this? I'll get to that later. So, I hit 2 meets on Saturday. I was going to hit one on Friday, but they changed the schedule. I was at the doctor's and I couldn't get to their meet on time, so I headed home, which was good because my foot was killing me at that point. So, I was at West Suburban Silver. I was at Duquesne. We'll start with Duquesne. Raining. Not super hard raining, but nevertheless raining. And then the winds were terrible. My umbrella took a deep 6 during one of the races where it just blew sideways. But Duquesne, Wheaton North scored 46 points in the girls' race to win it. They have 3 freshmen now in their top 5. They're going to be a tough team. They'll make it to state, we think. They should. With 5 runners in the top 15, how can you not do that? Wheaton Warrenville South was second with 74. Batavia was third with 77. Wheaton Warrenville South looked pretty good. Nicole Poglish. Keep an eye on Poglish during the state series in the state. She's developing into one of the top 3A runners in the state. She ran 17:32 in that muck, in the standing water and everything that was at Lake Park. And she won by 40 seconds over Sophia Border, who got second at Wheaton North Falcon Classic, just behind one of the York runners, Kleemack. So Poglish, went through the halfway point, and she was 20 seconds ahead. I watched as she made the turn by the school, and she was up to a 30-second lead, and then she wins by close to 40 seconds. So just not an incredible run, a good run by her. She's going to do some big things in the next few weeks. On the boys' side, Josiah Narayanan, who's been tough this year. He was tough on Saturday. And Ched Wilson of St. Charles East, side by side at 2 miles. You come around the turn at 2 miles at Lake Park, you go up that hill where they start the race, and Wilson took off. Won the race in 15:11, won by about 12 seconds over Narayanan. Kind of like an early birthday present for Chris Bosworth, the St. Charles East coach. Happy birthday! Any case, St. Charles East had a better pack than Wheaton Warrenville South. There was 5 in the first 17 for St. Charles East, 5 in the top 21 for Wheaton Warrenville South, and St. Charles East won by 6, 39 to 45. Very close throughout. So I can check that meet up. No, that's not. Okay. Then I went to West Suburban Silver. They delayed the meet because a car got into an accident. You could smell, there was smoke. When I got there was smoke all over the course. So they delayed the meet about a half an hour, which of course gave the rain a chance to make another appearance, and the wind and everything else. On the girls' side, you can't use it as an excuse, but Downers Grove North was a little bit shorthanded. Mackenzie Willard came down with a stress fracture after she ran at Naperville Twilight, and she's out for the year. And it was just I found out about it last weekend. I didn't mention anything about it. I talked to Tim McDonald, their coach, and he confirmed, no, it's not this person, it's Mackenzie. So Mackenzie, keep your head up. You're going to run some great things in track, and you're a junior. You're going to be a senior next year with probably a huge chip on your shoulder. So get healthy, cheer for your teammates. And through the halfway point at Proviso West, if you've been to Proviso West, I don't know if they mowed it was wet and the grass was long, and it's 3.04 miles. And the two teams, York and Downers Grove North, were within 4 runners with each other, and York had an advantage on the 5th runner. They ended up having 7 runners in the first 12, the Dukes did. With a mile to go, Michaela and Maggie Quinn took the lead. York ended up putting the first 4 runners in. It was 18 to 47. Michaela won, by the way, by 2 seconds. I asked them, I'm like, coming around the curve there, were you guys arguing who was going to win? They didn't say anything about that, but happy for both of them. On the boys' side, Downers Grove North was still without their second runner, Caden Weber. But they still won. They won comfortably. I think it was 56 points for Lyons Township, who's coming on. They got Killian Henning back. He was their number 1 runner in 3rd. Nick Strayer was 4th. But Downers Grove North has that strength. Philip Cupiel was their number 1 runner, was about 4 seconds behind Aiden Bandaquala. Bandaquala again. He looked dead halfway through the race. He goes into the woods in Proviso West, comes back out and goes after the lead, has the lead at 2 miles, and he held on for a 4-second win. So Bandaquala, he's ready to go. It'll be interesting in a few weeks where he'll face Zach Close from Neuqua Valley. They've raced each other a couple of times. The first time was Hinsdale at the beginning of the year, where Bandaquala outkicked him to get 2nd. So 45-second split for Downers Grove North, 37 points. Are they the number 1 team in the state? It's going to be close. I think so. Southwest Prairie the day before, and the results: Plainfield South 33, Plainfield North 35. Close all the way. The lead was trading off back and forth, but when you have a 1-2 punch like Dylan Maloney and then it came in Bijay, within 11 seconds of each other, Maloney broke the course record at Shanahan, 14:26. So that record at Shanahan's been broke twice, once by the boys, once by Liv Phillips at the flight meet. So Plainfield South, their pack is improving. They have 2 freshmen in the top 7. they look good. They look pretty good. So, on the girls' side, Yorkville charged to the lead early and then held on to win, 47-52 over Minooka. Plainfield North girls ran another great race. They're getting better. They will qualify. But Sophia Keeler took the lead with a half mile to go. There were about 4 or 5 runners close together, and then Morgan Dick of Oswego East takes the lead with the corridor. She's kicking. Maya Ledesma of Minooka tried to catch up, but she ran out of real estate. So Ledesma second behind Morgan Dick. Senior wins conference. That's how it's supposed to be. And then Sophia Keeler third. Yorkville looking good. Now remember, they went out hard at Roy Griak, but those hills took their punch. They went out hard again, and they maintained it for the entire race. So good job by the Lady Foxes, and good job by Plainfield South there. At MSL, they're about 15 minutes north of where I was with Duquesne. So there was rain, there was wind. The wind was really picking up. It was lake effect rain, so where it's, coming around. Prospect 33, Barrington 35. Veronica Zaneta wins the race 17:29. Scout Storm second. That's her first non-win of the year. But she ran a good race, 17:42. Barrington was close. 5 runners in the first 11. Prospect 5 runners in the first 13. But when you have Zaneta first, you had Peterson third and Ginsburg fourth. That decided it. Burns from Barrington got into the chute right before it got across the finish line. Old school, sorry. But she got through across the finish line before Wildheart and Skelton got through. And that didn't make it any closer. Those first 3 runners did it. I mean, Barrington Ciolis, the freshman, Ceriolis or whatever, she was 5th. So, I mean, Barrington, you're going to have more runners coming up in the sectional on the same course. We'll see what happens there. On the boys' side, Barrington 30, Hersey 64. Barrington ran the best race of the year so far. Hersey, they still had a 31-second split. Liam Naughton, something is going on with him. He was the 7th runner in the race for the Huskies, but through 5 they still had 31 seconds. A little bit farther back, Barrington took advantage of that with 5 runners in the first 10. They win that. So I checked that out. DuPage Valley, same scenarios in both races. Liv Phillips took the pace out early, wins in 17:54. Julie Pio of Naperville North second. She just said she was going to Brown. Was it Brown? Or Yale. I'm sorry. She got second. And then Shania Tandon got third. Mia Bartoloni, freshman from Wabanzi Valley. She's going to be something to watch in the state series. Keep an eye out for her. But she finished 4th. They had 5. Naperville North had 5 runners in the first 10 to win 28-44 over Naperville Central. It was ranked number 6. Naperville number 5. Will they go to number 4? Possibly. I don't know. I haven't looked at everything yet. So, on the boys' side, Nequa 39, Naperville Central 45. Naperville Central made a move in the second half of the race to get closer to Nequa Valley. But Zach Close led from throughout, won by about 13-14 seconds there. So Nequa Valley looking good. And check that out. So let's go down the list a little bit here. At Big 12 at Detweiler Park in the morning. Normal Community wins with 48 points, I think 48 to 58 over Peoria Notre Dame. What is it? PS? I didn't write down your name. The runner from Normal Community did win it. So much for notes. But he ran a great race, won by about 12 seconds. On the girls' side, Julie Bach, 18-12, about 14 seconds ahead of Vera Scott, freshman from Centennial, Urbana, it's Urbana. And then Allie Ince finished third. She hasn't been racing much. She's been training through this cross-country season. Maybe she makes it to state. That'd be a good training effort at Detweiler Park in November. But Ince got third in that race. Cahokia Conference meet. Not much to say there. They run in 3 divisions. If you're not in the conference and you can guess the 3 divisions before I list them, I'll send you something. Now, Illinois, Mississippi, and Cahokia. Cahokia. But 36-second win for Ethan Hogan, his second race back. He won fairly, I didn't win fairly easy, but a rust buster of a race at East Altonwood River last week. He won by 36 seconds to win the Mississippi division. So good job by him. CCL, Marmion, 45 to 54 over St. Ignatius. Matthew Conroy won by 29 seconds, 15-21. GCAC, Annika Swan wins back-to-back conference titles. She's only a sophomore, but she won fairly easy. She won the Red Division race. St. Ignatius won the Red Division race. And Cecilia Hilby won the White Division race at GCAC. And St. Francis was a comfortable winner over IC Catholic Prep. Nice horn. Okay, we're 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Central State 8, Chatham Glenwood. What can I say? 22 points. Zoe Carter didn't run for Normal University. Normal was back, I think, Alcorn. Their number 3 runner, she didn't run either. But Natalie Beerbaum finished second, 16:40 behind Becca Heitzig, who ran 16:33. New course record by 2 seconds over Nicole Benson from Peoria, Notre Dame, back in like 2007. The boys' record, which is going down at sectionals because they're going to run at Jacksonville, is 14:26 for the course is 2.9 miles. A show of hands if you think Dylan Nally breaks it. I think he does. The record's like 42 years old. Nally, real quickly with Nally, 14:30. Breaks a 31-second, breaks the course record by 31 seconds, held by Alex Partlow. Now I tweeted something that said Partlow did that and then he went on to win state. Well, he broke it in 2020, and we didn't have state that year. So Nally is tuning up. I've heard what he's done. His dad let me know what some of the things that he's been doing. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. If he just rests a little bit, he's ready to go. But he's going to do some great things in the next few weeks. So, got that there. Chatham Glenwood, 22 points on the girls' side. Go figure there. On the boys' side, U-High, 6 in the top 7, about a 33-34 second split, something like that. They won fairly easily over Chatham Glenwood and Springfield. Springfield ran a good race. Chicago Public League, Lane Tech 38, Peyton 56. I think that's the highest finish ever for Peyton in that meet. And then third place, Mather with 77 points. Mohammed Abduladi. Gosh, I'm sorry, Mo. Mohammed Abdullahi of Mather. 15, 12, 15 and change. Will Kozlowski was right behind him. Lane Tech had like a 46-47 split on 5 runners. They look good. Made it state last year. I think they will this year too. Yeah, I'll try to breeze through this quickly. So I'm going to go quick. On the girls' side, Lulu Tonthat, 18-24 winning it. Hannah Deet of Taft, 17 seconds back, 18-41. Central Suburban League, I had to look up the team scores, and I had to recalculate them because, describing my day, because timer, never mind. But Anna Lester of Vernon Hills wins the race at Maine South 1 over New Trier, 60-89. On the boys' side, Ben Crane wins it. Brian Hatum second from Highland Park. I looked at the results and it was like 28-34 for Highland Park winning it. No, New Trier won it. And I started adding up the runners. And then I had to do it for everybody because it wasn't accurate. Yeah, my next 2 weeks are going to be real fun. So Crane winning it, getting ready for next weekend. Sectionals too will be pretty good. Get another pen, Mike. Bennett wins easily in both the boys and the girls at ESCC. They ran it at Lewis University because Arlington Park is Fox Valley, Prairie Ridge 68, Jacob 72. Interesting. Tommy Nitz wins it. First back-to-back winner in about 10 years in that conference. Girls, Danielle Jensen railroaded the pack. She won in about 17:50. She won by like about 25, 30 seconds, maybe more, because I can't read my notes. Huntley, 44, Crystal Lake Central. Hadley Ferrero wasn't running good at the beginning of the year. She's running better, so watch out for Crystal Lake Central. 67, Crystal Lake South, 71, and Hampshire, 4th with 94. I'm running out of time here. We talked about that. We're not going to talk about that. It was interesting, the North and Northern Lake County meet. They had to go to a 6-runner tiebreak between Grant, who ran their best race of the year, and Lakes, and Grant won on the tiebreak. Grace Lake Central was 4 points back in third, 52 points. So Trey Sato winning it easily. So interesting to see what happens there. On the boys and girls side, Ray Alicia Caruth has been out since the end of September. So whether she will be back next week, yesterday was rainy, so I didn't expect to see her, but her teammate did well. Madison Twirling? Where is it? Twirling. Won that race. Senior, she wins conference. That's great. Grace Lake Central, 5 in the first 10, winning over Lakes. I think it was 29-69, something like that. North Suburban Conference, Lakes Art does what they usually do. They come on strong, they peak at the right time. They won the conference meet. Whether they make it out of that sectional, because that sectional was pretty tough this year, 38-44 over Stevenson. Stevenson won 1-2. Luke Marshall, the freshman for Lakes Art, #1 runner, I'm telling you. He'll run good. Maybe he makes it to, you get 7 teams, but we always count Lake Zurich out, on the boys' side. And somehow we see them on the starting line at Detweiler Park at the beginning of November, so don't count them out. On the girls' side, Lake Zurich doubles up 52-64 over Gurney Warren, so they win both boys and girls. And Kaylee Wilson, a freshman from Warren Township, wins the title. Southwest Suburban Catholic, they separated by divisions. If they were running in different places, yeah, then separate by divisions. If not, put it, we can get more trophies out. We can get more, I don't know. It's like Little League Baseball. It's like wanting to expand team trophies to 4 so that we can hand out more. I'm old school. I earned them top 25. We won state. We got second in state. I got medals for that. And then with all the other team medals that that I was a part of. Pretty cool things. Upstate 8, Clinbard South did not run their number 1 runner, Jaden Frederick. Didn't race. He raced the week before at Metamora. Woo! And they still won over South Elgin. That conference is going to be tougher next year with West Aurora. West Aurora got 3rd at Southwest Prairie. They didn't have their number 2 runner, Nathan Garriman, sophomore. It's going if he's not racing, and I've heard that he may be racing on Saturday at Naperville North, that puts West Aurora in there. Otherwise, it's going to be tough for them to get out. They just missed last year. I hope they advance to Hinsdale for that sectional there. Finally, Patriot Invitational. These times are great, and I know it was drier down south, but Elena Ryback, she got second at first to the finish. She's been winning all of her races, and she wins. She runs 17:11, which is a big PR. So, be an interesting race between her and Jane Girardi earlier in the week won fairly easy. Anna Jonesboro won the conference title at Southern Illinois River to River. So did Geneseo. Geneseo beat Isaac Teal by about 15-16 seconds. So that'll be a good sectional with those runners in there. So Rybeck 17:11. Tessa Bowers of Shelbyville and Molly Farrell, both 17:19, getting second and third. I don't think Shelbyville wasn't in the top 5. I have them ranked number 3 right now. They won easily at Central Illinois Conference meet on Thursday, but then Bowers to come back and run 17:19. Jeez. Great race. Tolono Unity, 44 points. Delvin, 122. Pleasant Plains was third. Knoxville, fourth. And Low Point, Washburn. I kind of, at first I'm like, I know about the school, but they were surprising me. I'm like, should I rank them? Is this a fluke? I'm looking at their times. I'm like, I don't know. They belong up in the top 30. So, on the boys' side, Elmwood wins 77 to 154 over St. Joseph Ogden. St. Joe Ogden didn't have Carson Maroon. I was about ready to say Gorilla Monsoon, who's like a former wrestler. Sorry. Pleasant Plains second, Porta third, Isaiah Hill, who finished 5th at Amboy, won this race in 15:18. Aiden Armstrong, who's usually the number 2 runner for St. Joe Ogden, was second in that race. So that's one of those things where you start to look at the results and you go, this guy didn't run. And then you have to go back and figure mathematics and figure out, where should I move them? Maroon is usually this far ahead of so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. I wasn't going to call shenanigans on anything. Downers Grove South, won on the girls' side their 25th straight team title. That's amazing. Now, if they would only move Downers Grove South over to West Suburban Silver, and move Proviso West to the gold, then we could have a real tough conference in the silver. It's tough enough. Glenbard West was ranked and got 6th. And the boys got 6th. York was ahead of them. York was close to Hinsdale Central, and they ran a good race. So, but there were a number of things. 2 things. If I'm filming during a race and I say, please don't step in front of me, and step in front of me, you get shenaniganed, okay? And I said something on camera. I held my mouth. I wanted to really say something. But that's rude to everybody else. Stand there. Let's block everybody else who's been standing there. Just so that I can get something on social media. Again. So, be courteous to everybody else. I have media passes. I'm trying to do a job. I'm trying to shoot videos so that all of you can see it. And then you have a number of people step right in front of me as the runners are coming. There was another incident in the freshman race at West Suburban Silver where Proviso West didn't do a good job of blocking off the finish area. So you have this yellow line coming towards the finish. Everybody's standing on the yellow line. Real smart. They corrected it, and everything else was fine. But I'm yelling at people, and people are looking at me cross-eyed, going, what the hell are you doing? Why are you saying that? We're not in the way. As runners are going around them.